Joey Swoll is a fitness influencer who's popular on Twitter and TikTok and I think YouTube, and he's on all the shit, right? By the way, follow us on Facebook. That's Space with Caleb Salvatore. Join the Facebook group of the same name where we get a little bit spicier because we don't have to worry about the rules quite as much. Joey Swoll, though, is an influencer on TikTok, and I think he's done a lot of good. He is the guy you see. He's the jacked guy. You'll see a woman posting a video about this guy's creeping on me at the gym, and all the guy's doing is like glanced over in the general direction. He's not saying anything. He's not staring at her, nothing. Whatever. And you'll see all types. He calls people out for acting like fools at the gym all the time. And he's doing a public service because what you've seen since this guy started doing this is a sharp decline in the amount of people trying to sabotage others at the gym for online clout because they never know when they're going to get Joey Swolled. So he's been a net positive for society. Well, Joey Swoll posted a video on TikTok or on Twitter after Hulk Hogan died where he's lifting weights dressed as Hulk Hogan. And he said, Hulk Hogan's one of the people that got me into physical fitness. Rest in peace. And we covered this last week, but the mob came for this guy's throat. They came for his throat. Hulk Hogan was a racist. How dare you? You're a white supremacist. Blah, 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 blah. And Joey Swoll made a critical error. Joey Swoll apologized, which is something you can never do. Now, if you genuinely screw up, if you do something bad, you say something that is, objectively racist and it was just mean-spirited and an evil thing to say or do, yes, you should apologize for it. But something benign like dressing up as Hulk Hogan, what have I told you guys? The second you apologize to the mob, they are like sharks in the fucking water. They smell blood and they're never going to stop coming for you. So Joey Swoll made an apology and I'll play the video for you.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us.
This is his first mistake. His first mistake. Not only do you not owe these whack jobs an apology, you don't owe them an explanation because that's the first mistake there. Any explanation you give them will never be good enough. Never. Nor will any apology, as you're about to find out here.
Tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. My whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
So there's his first mistake, was apologizing to these people. Now, he also apologized on his Facebook or Instagram, whatever, live. And that's where he said the word colored people instead of people of color, which, listen, dude, I'm on the air for hours every week. Sometimes, and you guys hear this, no matter how much practice you have, when you're talking quickly and you're trying to get a million different points out, sometimes words get minced. It's not like he used a slur. He switched two words around. He said colored people rather than people of color. That happens. I've gone back and listened to things I've said where I clearly misstated something. I misstated a fact. I said the wrong name. I said the wrong word, whatever. And it is what it is. That's what happens when you're on the air and you don't have the opportunity to go back and edit everything that was said to make it sound perfectly. People make mistakes when they're speaking. That's called being human. I'm going to guarantee you these dumbasses that are crucifying him have no public speaking skills. These are the people that get fucking anxiety ordering food at restaurants. I guarantee you they don't have the public speaking skills. But where he went wrong was apologizing in the first place. And that apology wasn't sincere enough for the short bus brigade and the woke mob. So here's what he said next. Posted this to Instagram. And I quote, all the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. When I need help, when I need kindness and empathy, nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, no matter how many people you help, they just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. It's true, you either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for the support. Please remember me and smile. I love you all. I am done. Now that's a little emotional. That's a little emotional. What have I told you guys? What have I told you? You can't read the comments. Post and ghost. I have somebody who reads the comments for me. You post and ghost. You have to keep in mind the type of people you are interacting with. These are anonymous losers on the internet. How many successful people do you know that behave this way? That you respect? Maybe there are some, but they wouldn't behave that way to you in person. Believe me, these people that talk all this shit on Reddit and Twitter or whatever, 99% of them aren't that confrontational in person. Most of them, like I said, get anxiety, talking on the phone with a customer service rep when they're trying to get their computer fixed. These are losers that are coming at you. Why do you care what these unemployed dirtbags think about you at all? Why do you care what this guy who probably smells like a combination of body odor and weed, typing away from his parents' basement that he hasn't come up out of for the last 3 days other than to get pizza rolls that his mom made him? Why do you care about that guy's opinion of you? Why would you ever apologize to him? Why? You didn't do anything wrong. You dressed as Hulk Hogan and honored a dead guy who, yes, fucked up 18 years ago, apologized for his mistake, found Christ, and got baptized. Everyone's entitled to redemption, even racists. Why would you let that roll? Why would you care? Engaging them in the first place was the problem. There's a radio station here that won't be named, but you all probably know who I'm talking about. And I've criticized them publicly when they fired my boss years ago. When I say that they are very clear, in my opinion, what it looks like to me is they are willing to sacrifice their brand as the show has become more and more boring throughout the years. They are willing to sacrifice their brand in order to appease a group of people that don't listen to them in the first place, just to keep that group of people quiet. The cancel mob are the folks that were on board with everybody doxing people at the gym and trying to make men look like perverts that were just asking if you were almost done on the bench press and things like that. Those are the people that were on board with that. Those people were not Joey Swoll's target audience. When the leftist idiots get mad at me and tell me my show's it's a joke and all this stuff like that, and it's boring, I don't care. If someone on my side of the aisle said, hey, I don't like your show, that would be different because they're my target demographic. My target demographic is not the group of people that thinks Walmart not having 73 different types of bathrooms is some form of oppression. I don't care if they don't like my show. It's not for them. Do you think the Call Her Daddy podcast cares that men don't like their show and find it boring? Of course not. We're not their target demographic. The cancel mob is not Joey Swoll's target demographic. Why on earth does he care what they think of him? And why on earth? Because he has done good. This is a speed bump. This hold is could have been avoided. He could have played it better. He didn't. It is what it is. He's got to play with he's got to dig himself out of the hole he's in. Why on earth would you let these people destroy you that don't even enjoy the type of shit you post? It makes no sense to me. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you can actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.